So you see the screen that we're at now is prompting us to select a flight. Well, there's a screen right before this one that pops up after you've completed your itinerary. And basically just wants you to confirm your name, your birthday, and your known traveler number. Your known traveler number is your DOD ID number. And what that does is allows you to get the TSA pre-check option when you get to the airport. Saves you some time once you arrive there. And so if you don't have that known traveler number already input, at this time you could put that number in, and then there's a checkbox just below that that says save to the permanent profile or the traveler's profile. And once you've completed it that one time, it should save for future authorizations. And so then once you select the continue, it will take you to this flight screen. The thing I want to note, most important, if you see on your screens these non-refundable restrictions apply, never, ever, ever, ever select these flights. They're bad for you. They have to be approved same day. If they're not, they can charge you, and then they keep the money even if you don't take the flight. If the travel changes, something goes wrong, they still charge you. It's not a big deal to get the money back. It just becomes a headache, especially if it's on your government travel card, and then depending on how long it sits on there, it can become quite the headache. So what we're going to do is confirm that the airports up here are correct. So yeah, I live in Columbia and I want to travel to Louisville. That's fine. And then drive to Fort Knox. But for flights, I'm going to scroll down past all of these that have the non-refundable. And I want to go all the way down, and eventually it makes you think you have to pick one of these, which is kind of snaky of DTS right now. So scroll all the way down, and then you'll get to these that don't have that other government rate. And you're going to pick one of these. Typically, you're going to pick the cheapest. Of course, you can look at your times here. If your first day is a travel day, you can go all the way back up the top, and you can change this from a morning to an afternoon or evening. That's fine. If you needed to change the airports, you could do that at this time. For example, if I didn't want to travel out of Columbia, but instead St. Louis, get the airport code, select the airport, hit search. And so now you see that some St. Louis trips have populated. But I am traveling out of Columbia, so we'll change it back. So at this time, I'll go ahead and select this first flight. It's being the cheapest. What it will do is prompt you to pick a seat. You can pick whatever seat you want that's green, or you can just hit confirm. It'll pick one for you. Again, it wants me to do that for the connecting flight. And here is just my confirmation. Once I'm happy with that time and make sure it's traveled to my government travel card, I will book that flight. Here I get the confirmation. Once that goes through, it then takes me to the next screen, which will prompt me to book my return flight, and we'll stop here and pick up with the next video.